penetrated to the core of my soul. I'm calling on people common sense, but it seems I'm on hold. Nobody seem to know. Worse, they don't wanna know. Where we finna go from here? What's the course of action? How much can we bear? Ivermectin, hydrochloroquine. I'd rather have a motherfucking vaccine. Scratch that. It's called gene therapy. Attenuated virus. Let's not keep this silence. Like it, share it, cite your sources. I'm right behind you, whoever's leading the charge. Goddamn, remember that military barge for the soldiers that all had the virus? Tell me why they couldn't contain and run some trials. Y'all state property, why not get a little equity accordingly? My tax dollars at work, vote with your dollars, I know it hurts, Cardano. Borrow when you need to, always lend, make sure it's see-through. Meaning, terms of agreement, terms of engagement. What happened to common decency? It seems to have been leaving the populace out of control. I'm in a negative headspace cause nobody wants to stop they race, they running just to pause and contemplate. Maybe they going in the wrong direction. I hope you can tell from my inflection that this is just cause I'm a caring individual, not a Karen that likes to tell the media and the authorities, I mean, I give a fuck, like with the Care Bear stare. Sending love from my chest. Sometimes it's in the best interest of the listener to get the facts, even if it makes you miserable. Who came up with this shit? Brutally honest. R.I.P. Patrice O'Neal and the goddess that put together that documentary. Philosophy is dying, but it's coming back as soon as the Stand-Up Comics Alliance stop standing for this bullshit and stop being quiet. Cancel culture, anti-intellectualism. Don't forget critical theory across all spectrums, STEM and otherwise. I'm one of those guys, a new conservatively minded person in search of wisdom through anecdotal evidence. Fuck your studies, fuck your president, fuck the residents that been in the White House for too long and they should have been so gone. You think they not compromised? Look at yourself in the mirror in your own eyes. Do you believe it? We're not so far gone that we can't retrieve it, but we close to the precipice. And get the fuck out of here, we got no evidence. God damn it. Fucking furious. Fucking furious out this motherfucker, y'all. I ain't been on here ranting, rambling, and sharing thoughts in a minute. I've been trying to keep it neutral. I've been trying to keep it PC. Hot right now, y'all. I'm hot right now. I'm watching the Dark Horse podcast. I predict it'll be taken down, flagged and taken down, warning or something, because of their discussion around ivermectin. Let me ask y'all a question. Is an antibiotic medication supposed to be effective against a virus? Oh wait, it's not, right? Well, I've got personal anecdotal evidence. Dr. Brett Weinstein, Dr. Heather Hine also are synthesizing some data regarding the effectiveness.
To use authorizations.
Doxycycline. I believe, I'm not a scientist, right? I'm a journalist. I'm trying to understand this shit best I can. I need help. I need help synthesizing this data. I can't do it by myself. Nobody else seems to give a fuck. Nobody else seems to care to risk anything. Reputation, employment, just some discomfort in their fucking social circles. Everybody just towing the line. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. from the information that I'm hearing from these evolutionary biologists that have been acting in nothing but good faith for the last 15 months, 14 months, every fucking Saturday, risking their reputation, their income, future employment, health, their own health and safety, to just have honest fucking dialogue about this shit. Have a real conversation, a scientifically guided conversation, a biologically informed dialogue. I don't know about you, but I am sick of politicians and governing bodies determining public health policy. What the fuck are you doing? Fauci is not a doctor. Fauci is not a scientist. He is a fucking politician. Fight me. And I'm not talking about what letters come after his name. I'm talking about what the fuck have you been doing with your life as your vocation since you've been a cogent, coherent, what's the word? Competent adult. You've been seeing patients, you've been conducting studies, or you've been reading fucking scripts from a podium. What have you been doing? He was on Clubhouse the other day, the day after he testified in Congress. And what's the dude's name? Seems like nobody likes this guy. Rand Paul lit his ass up. Fauci, you're a fucking fraud. You're a fucking liar. And I'm saying that because you said it. You said you lied. At least twice. That cost people their lives. Once about the PPE, again about herd immunity. He admitted he lied about this shit. All right? Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I've been working on my anger, but it's coming out. It's coming out today. It's been building up for a long time. Do you want your health professional that you rely on to talk to you like a lawyer? Do you want that? Does that feel like that is in your best interest? Well, technically speaking, we cannot confirm or deny that. No! This motherfucker, what'd he say? That he categorically denies whatever the, look it up. He basically was distancing himself from the gain of function studies, that this is all on record. North Carolina, what's the doctor's name? What's the guy's name? Watch the Dark Horse. If it's still up, watch it. If not, holler at me. I'll get the info for you. The Obama administration, 2014, put a halt to funding for gain of function studies, where they take viruses that come, zoonotic viruses, specifically ones from bats, to tinker with it in a laboratory and see if they can't make it stronger, more virulent. Why would they do that? Oh, well, just in case we come across a super rare instance of a virus jumping from species from the wild, that we could be, have a head start and know how to fight it. That was our justification. I don't know who in the Obama administration decided that this was too dangerous. Probably did a risk-reward analysis and said, nope, this is dumb. Because even when everyone is acting in good faith within a laboratory, it is still possible to accidentally let pathogens out. Happens all the time. Why don't we hear about that? Because it's typically quite minor. I don't know that, I'm just using it as an example. If your pet catches some sort of disease, are you worried that you're gonna get it? No. Why not? Because it doesn't infect people, humans. I would say, I think that rabies is an example of the other way, where it can, right? If your dog gets rabies and you get bit by the dog, I think you get rabies, right? We know that. But for the most part, pathogens don't jump from species to species like that. So that horse shit that they was feeding us about this novel coronavirus that was in a bat that got into a pangolin and then went into a human. In retrospect, doesn't that sound ridiculous? Doesn't that sound ridiculous? Because it is. It's fucking ridiculous. What are the odds, right? The Wuhan Institute of Virology, the level 4 laboratory where it came from. That's where it fucking came from. Okay. Did y'all know? China officially put out a statement that said, this did not come from the wet market. This did not come from people selling bat meat or whatever the fuck. They admitted that's not the case. No face, no case. But just like with the media at large, if they print something salacious, they print something that gets millions of views, tens of millions of views, and then it's proven wrong, and then they print a retraction, you might get 10 million, 30 million views with fake news. And the retraction that says that it was false might get 30,000. Damage is done. You can't unring a bell. Why? You know, none of these vaccines, I'm sorry, the mRNA gene therapy injections, none of them are FDA approved. You know that, right? They have emergency use authorization. Do you know why they have emergency use authorization? You're about to find out. I'm fucking furious. Fucking furious.
Where'd it go?
Fucking furious.
I swear it's here. Here we go. Criteria for issuance. Under emergency use authorization, medical products, 1, criteria for issuance. There are a few. It needs to be a serious or life-threatening disease or condition. There needs to be evidence of effectiveness. There needs to be a risk-benefit analysis.
It's my prediction they're going to flag and take this episode down, so. Could be my signal, but. Come on, baby.
Are a few. It needs to be a serious or life-threatening disease or condition.
10 seconds.
There needs to be evidence of effectiveness. There needs to be a risk-benefit analysis.
Oops, what have I done? Come on, baby. Don't do this to me now. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Of course. It's all good, y'all. We're gonna get there. You're gonna see this. Okay? Basically, what they're saying is that the only reason that the emergency use authorization for Pfizer, Moderna, honorable mention for Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, the only reason is because they deemed that there was no alternative. In my opinion, this is evidence that ivermectin is available. It is safe. It has a 25 plus year track record of safety. There have been studies, just not the big ones that the FDA meets their threshold. Remember earlier when I asked, is an antibiotic supposed to work on a virus? Do y'all remember that Lex Friedman podcast when he was talking about all the different tests, explaining the difference between the rapid test and the PCR test? Well, his guest was explaining that bacteria replicate much more quickly than a virus. And as a survival mechanism, a virus will latch on to a bacteria so that it can replicate faster. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like those sucker fish, you know what I'm saying? That latch onto a big whale or something so they can get further, faster, be stronger. So, as a layperson, as a journalist, I feel that it is feasible that these SARS-CoV-2, COVID-19, spike protein, in order to fully infect and proliferate through an individual's system, would seek out bacteria and basically ride its coattails. That makes sense to me. So, if, hypothetically speaking, somebody was suffering from COVID-like symptoms, respiratory distress, especially if they have underlying conditions such as asthma, and you're told you have a virus, a viral infection, and then you take your first dose of doxycycline. It's usually what, 5 days or 7 days, right? Take your first dose, and then less than 7 hours later, you begin to feel relief. Something in my gut, February 2020, before the lockdowns, before the shutdowns, before the shelter in place, before the mask mandate. Remember, they claim mid to late January was the first case in the States. It's October. It's October 2019. I have a general rule of thumb. I don't take pharmacological interventions that are younger than me. I like long-term data. I like compiling and synthesizing anecdotes. I like that. I don't much care for statistics in the way that they are typically presented in these contexts. So, if you give me a few hundred anecdotes, of course with some criteria, I would prefer that when relying on data to make a decision for myself and my family. I would prefer that than a whatever big double-blind trial study that the CDC would authorize. Me personally, that's how I feel. Why is there a massive campaign to get as many people an intramuscular injection for an mRNA gene therapy? I believe that targets the spike protein. Pardon me, I know that my terms of art and my jargon is not correct. What did I hear? I'm gonna be devastated if this audio is not picking up. Fuck you, Fauci. Fuck you real good, buddy. If ivermectin was deemed to be an effective treatment, I want to bring up hydrochloroquine too, but I know that it's going to make half of you turn your brain off and stop listening. If any alternative, any therapy was deemed to be effective, they would not have authorized the emergency use of these injections. I think most people that have received injections are not aware that these are not FDA approved. I think Pfizer intends to file for FDA approval, but it's not currently. All right, I'm calm now. A few more bars. What do you think? Are we back online? What do we have? Let's see if I'm able to play this for you. Maybe, maybe not, huh? Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for thinking for yourself. Thank you for not being scared. Fear will kill you quicker than any pathogen I'm aware of. It's a hyperbolic statement, I know. Shout out to Epic the Dawn, all the beat makers. Shout out to Lethal Needle. I would like to play this. It seems to fit the mood of the shit that I'm dealing with at this moment. No peace, doggone it. I don't want a piece of the pie. I don't even want dessert. Too much sugar, you know why? Diabetes seems to get me in my community. Did you know that the glucose that determines your blood type might change the advice of the medical professional who's trying to get you to take that intramuscular? I'd rather have a prophylactic, something that can prevent an attack of your cytokine storm the lymphatic system. Yeah, don't be so dismissive of shit that doesn't get a stamp of approval from the president. You know he's not all there upstairs anyway. I get glares all the time because I don't give a fuck, now or ever. Let's get it together. Take care of each other. Maybe we're the virus the whole time, but these tyrants got us confused. Remember, we ain't shit but human capital, human resources at an all-time low. Ain't got no oil pipeline, so let's go. Crypto, flip those. Get your machinery up. Get your gardening materials. Things that you're gonna need to survive in the next stage of life. That's just my advice. Shit is gonna be fucked up for a minute. Think Book of Eli. Think Resident Evil. Think all of the shit that's in your subconscious because of all the entertainment that Hollywood and the CIA has been painting. Flipping upside down, now you see a different meaning. Fresh is out. Much love. Hey. Give your mind, give your body, give your soul, give your spirit, give your family, give your community the things it needs to fight the disease. Love.